Alright, I hit the live button. It says that we are live. I'm going to assume that StreamYard is not lying to me. Hello, everybody. My name is Carrow Brown. I am an urban fantasy author, and I am trying to find the place in my manuscript that I'm going to be editing today. If this is the first time that you have come to one of these streams, pretty much what happens is a group of writers collect together and we do stuff together. That's it. That's the magic. So these are called writing sprints. They're called productivity streams. Sorry, I'm still trying to find my place. I was so close to it, y'all. I was like, I'm on top of my game. I got my music on. I've got my banners up. I'm starting on time. I've even got my Pomodoro timer up. Like, oh, but then I was like, where am I in my manuscript? The answer is I'm on chapter 20. And I definitely want to. Okay, here we go. Yep, found it right here. Okay, I found my place. Okay, so and I definitely need to put the pedal to the metal on this a little bit because my due date for sending this to the developmental editor is quickly approaching me, and my to-do list of things and terms of corrections to do continues to grow. So that's always exciting. But I do want to have this book out next year for sure, so I can't really dilly-dally around. And I've also got NaNoWriMo that's coming up. Now, I'm not officially taking part in NaNoWriMo because that organization's gotten a little weird for me. So while I like the idea of NaNoWriMo, I will not be officially partaking of the NaNoWriMo itself, which is National Novel Writing Month for anybody who doesn't know what acronym I'm using. So, and then for that one, for longtime viewers of my channel, you'll be quite delighted to know that I will be finishing up Sparks Flying, which is this troll novel I wrote to honor the great Tamara Woods. I'm going to actually be finishing it. I tried to release it on the novella, and I'll tell you what, it really, or not the novella, what is it called? Like Kindlevella? Yeah, Kindlevella. I tried to release it on there, got 0 results. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish writing it. I'm going to get formatted after some editing, and then I'm probably going to make sure that I take those proceeds that I earn from that and donate it to some kind of like science charity, because I just feel weird keeping the money otherwise. So, but yeah, here we go. Let me scroll. Oh my goodness, I have to actually scroll up in my comment section. I have not had to do that for a long time. Let me say hello to some wonderful people who decided to show up. So Andrew is here. Hello, Andrew. I really like your speedster avatar. I know you showed it to me and I gave you like a smiley face at the time, but it's really super cool. Sky is here. Hello, Sky. Hope you're doing well. Hail the Lord is here. Blessed be you today, sir. Sky says, at the laundry hat washing clothes because I have 4-H appreciation dinner tonight, but otherwise doing fine. Oh, you got the... Man, you doing the adulting. I did that when I got home from Mass. I went and did the laundry. I cleaned the house, and then I did the meal prepping for lunches for us this week, because I notice if I don't meal prep, I start overeating at lunchtime, and I don't like to do that. So, Catpaw is here. Hello, Catpaw. So good to see you. Please let me know, by the way, if my mic is okay. I know, not the last stream, but the one before that, I was having major mic issues, so as long as I'm coming in loud and clear, I'm not bouncing all over the place, please let me know. Avery is here. Hello, Avery. I hope you are working on your project today. It's going to be super exciting. Editing. Hearts. A shout out to the Andrew. Sky says, I am scripting videos today while washing laundry. Bless you on doing that, because I literally just turn on the camera and rant at it, and then I kind of go back in and edit it and call it a day. So maybe one day. Let's see. You and the twins really have me trying to sort out my urban fantasy novel. Yeah, well, you should write it. What are you doing right now? Don't look away from me, Andrew. Open up the document and you are going to write. Even if it's 250 words, you are going to write today. Open it up. You have time. Come to my writing sprint stream and you don't write? What is this nonsense? Stop laughing. It's not funny. All right, so let's see. I'm not editing at the moment, but still writing out some characters and details. Oh, fantastic. Mike is good. Oh, yes. Good. Yes. Okay, double yes. Oh, so good. Yes. Good. We love it. We love being heard. It's fantastic. Good. That's the correct answer. Better have that document up. As my friends will know, I'm quite silly on this channel, so I appreciate you guys putting up with my antics, by the way. Okay, so also, I don't know if I told you guys, but I'm trying to work on my water game, which I say that after drinking some soda. Don't laugh at me. But I went and got like this bad boy, and I'm trying to drink about 4 of these a day, so that's exciting. That one is number 3 right now. So the fun part is when I stand in front of the fridge and I hold it up against like the switch to make the water like fill it up, and I'm just kind of sitting there just waiting for like a really long time. My husband has taken advantage of that hostage moment to like come and like, you know, flip my hair around and like mess with me that entire time. Okay, fine. Go get your caffeine. Go get it. That's fine. Let's see. Cat Paw says this morning's headache turned into a migraine. No, we don't want that. No. So I'm sewing as it's something I can do even as half my head is exploding. What are you sewing? I have to go back and start making my eyeball flowers for Christmas. I have enough for about 10 people, but I added a few more folks to the list, so I need to go and make sure that I've got their colors appropriate. So I'll probably be doing that once I get done with my great scarfing, as I call it. Let's see. Please note that scripting for me is just bullet points, so I don't forget the topic I want to talk about. That's still more than I do sometimes. I think there's been a few videos where like I hold up a sticky note, like this is it. This is how much effort I'm putting into it, which isn't to say I don't want to put out quality videos, but I mean, it's evergreen writing material. Like at some point, like we're all saying the exact same thing that we said last time. So let's see, a wearable mock-up for a poet shirt. Oh, that's cool. All right, let me do my verbal processing real quick. I've got my timer up, I've got my document up, I've got my checklist up, okay, we're good. We have everything here to be successful. It's gonna be great. So even though I know I'm getting a little ahead of the game here, today's topic is gonna be about how to make an editing plan, because I think it's really fun when we're in the process of writing and kind of losing ourselves in these worlds and characters that we create. But I guess I'm kind of like the party pooper and kind of like, well, think about the editing process. Like, what's that going to look like, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and post up the first question. And if you guys want to answer that and then get to work, or if you want to work and then answer that, it's up to you. So let me pull up that very first question for you for our today's topic. And I'm also going to switch. Look at this, guys. It's like I've streamed before. It's going to be amazing. I'm even going to put up the thing that says that we're sprinting. So the first question I want to ask you guys when it comes to the editing process is editing and eating an elephant have one thing in common, which is you have to do it one bite at a time. So when it comes to editing your own work, what is the first thing that you focus on when it comes to doing the self-edit? Like, do you do it like in phases? Do you just do it all at once? Like, what does that look like for you? For me, the first thing that I do is I will actually go and fix all the immediate typos. That doesn't mean that they're all gone. Like, trust me, they're still there. But like the glaring ones, like the double does and stuff like that, I'll go in and take that out first. And then doing that initial screening, I'll find like kind of like other small things that need to be addressed. And then I'll make a list. And then when I go back for my second pass, I'll address that. So that's how I do my initial first screening of the editing process. Now, with that example given to you, I'm going to go ahead and start the first sprint. So this will be for 20 minutes. We're going to sit here and write quietly together or clean dishes. So whatever it is that you're doing. And then at the end of the 20 minutes, we will come back, share our progress, chat for about 10 minutes, and then we'll do another one. And we're going to repeat that 4 times. So that's what that's going to look like. I'm going to go ahead and start this timer in 3, 2, 1, and I will talk to you guys in 20. All right, that was time. Feel free to share what you did, how you did, and all that goodness. I managed to get through the worst typos of 2 chapters, which actually puts me a little bit ahead, and I'm okay with that because the more time I have to finish this to-do list, the better. Oh man. But I am now working on which chapter is this? Chapter 23 out of 30. So I should hopefully get this done ahead of schedule and get all those missing things in here. I wanna have a conversation with my past self because past self has literally left notes like in this manuscript basically along the lines of future self. I'm not quite sure how to do this. I hope you can figure it out. And I'm like, past me was really inconsiderate because current me still doesn't know what to do with that. So, yep. But enough about me. Tell me about how you guys did. I am very interested. And while you guys are sharing your progress, I'm going to go ahead and check on the chat real quick. And if you haven't answered the question of your editing process, please feel free to go ahead and take a moment to do so. So Misty Kate joined us, and Misty Kate says, first thing, I read a total read through. Then what I'm started doing recently was creating a duplicate doc for markups and notes. Oh, so you got like a clean copy and a comment copy? That's smart. Maybe I should do that. Maybe. Sky says, read through the entire manuscript. No editing, no note-taking, just read it. I don't know how you do that. I applaud your willpower to do so. Let's see. Catpaw says, start from the beginning and read, stopping to correct typos, etc. And when the flow stops, reword. Make notes of duplicates and highlight placeholders for later. Look for missing paragraphs. Oh, that last one's smart. Really smart. Let's see. Hail the Lore says, I'm weird, but I edit page by page as I'm writing. That's not weird. I think we all know somebody who revises as they go because they like the idea of a cleaner copy. I think Amy does that. Does she, Sky? Because I keep thinking that she's said that at some point, but maybe I don't know. Let's see. Green Ruled. Hello, friends. Hello. Thank you for joining us today. This is the first time I've seen your name, so I hope you have a good time here. Welcome to the Writing Sprints. James is here. Hello, James. Thank you so much for joining us today. We are doing Writing Sprints. And I don't think I've seen your name before. I'm like going through my mental Rolodex and it's coming up blank. Let me know, because I forget things. Avery says, I organize pictures into subsections. I'm editing the folders. It's been overdue for 3 weeks. Hey, you're getting shit done. We love it. Andrew says, I've begun corrections and implementing some changes to better flesh out my book. I accept it. Thank you for working on your story at the same time that we were working. I really appreciate it. This guy says, start creating a spreadsheet word count tracker for 2024. I don't think I even shared what I'm trying to do for 2024, have I? I have to do that video at some point, but it's still October. I'll wait until December. I love all the planning people who are out there already talking about like their 2024 things, but I'm like, calm it down just a little tiny bit. Like, at least wait until the end of November. Ugh. Let's see. Andrew says, I like to reread what I have to refamiliarize myself with my story and where I'm going to go with it. I have to actually do that for the second book in my series because it's been like years since I've looked at the series because I kind of broke up with it, but now we're going to get back together. You know, we hashed it out. We had this conversation. Ghost and I are going to make another story. It's going to be great. So let's see. Catpaw says, sewed the underarm. I have no idea. This sounds like sew craft. Gussets and now pinning the fresh filled the seams. I have no idea what this means. You did Stitch Witch. That's what you did. Let's see. Sky says, I can't remember if she does or not. I know. Okay, we're talking about Amy. I know I want to start doing that in 2024 to see if I can end with a cleaner draft myself. I thought about that for a hot second. My first response was nah. But if it works for you, go ahead and do it. My biggest problem is over editing and OCD. Yeah, that happens. Like that. And I think like the really important thing when you're going through the editing process is that you have to kind of like give yourself like a set deadline of how long you're going to edit it, because you could be just sitting there editing for like forever, right? So every time I give myself a window to edit, I make it like a really brutal time frame. Like I asked the developmental editor how soon he could fit me in, and he said November 2nd. I was like, okay, that's my deadline. Otherwise, I'll be here forever. I really will. So I understand the need to make it perfect. Sky I'm not trying to call you out, I promise. I'm trying to get ahead while I have the motivation to do so, because once the snow hits, all motivation goes out the window. I usually wait. I really wait for the planning stuff, actually in the middle of NaNoWriMo. And the reason I wait for that in the middle of NaNoWriMo is because that's when November is when I use like the most of my brain and physical energy. And so knowing that that's me going at 110%, it keeps me from like over planning. But I will say I'm doing the crazy thing in 2024 of doing Millwordy or making another stab at Millwordy. Last time I did Millwordy or tried to do it, I ended up moving to Florida and I just threw the whole thing out the window because of stress. But I think I got up to, yeah, I got up to 600,000 words before I didn't do it anymore. So I finished like a whole bunch of short stories. Some of that was my thesis for college as well. Because let me tell you, like, I don't ever want to have to write another 100-page thesis again. Like, that was ridiculous. Or if I do, I want it to be about something that I'm generally interested in. Like, I'm going to get nerdy, so just bear with me, and then I'll get us back on track. But when I was getting my degree for psychology, the thing that I wanted to actually focus on was the social change that happens to individuals when they go on the internet, right? So think about like your mild-mannered neighbor who says hi and helps, the lady take out the trash, but he goes online, he turns into like a total troll, right? So I wanted to kind of explore that Lord of the Fly effect, where when you remove civilization, or when you remove being civil from civilization, like why, the crumble that happens after that. And the whole reason I couldn't go through with the study was because I couldn't validate the integrity of my data, because I'm trying to analyze a group of people who are not being honest and asking them to give me honest answers, right? So if I had to go defend my thesis, I just couldn't do it. And I was like, well, that sucks. And then I ended up doing it like on the gig economy, which seemed to be like a prelude, because when I was studying the gig economy effect on the workplace, right after that, like 2020 happened, and almost every workplace adopted the gig economy model that I was describing. So I was like sitting here going like, what happened? Like, oh man. Melissa is here. Hello. I tend to do typos first, and then I go back and figure out what's missing and add in scenes. That's exactly what I do. We're twinning. I love it. Thank you. Thank you for twinning with me at this moment. It's great. See, Sky says, I'm not going to attempt Millwordy, but I think I can hit 500k maybe. Well, I guess the reason I want to do Millwordy is because in order to successfully do Millwordy, it's like 3,200 words a day, right? And that's like chump change to me. But what I will say is that Millwordy usually will include like emails that you send out to, and I'm not going to do that. So it's only going to be like 1 million words towards my writing projects. And maybe, just maybe, I'll finish these books. Maybe. I've got like 3 I gotta finish. It's not even funny, guys. 100-page, yikes. And some of that is just us having to like hash out history of the topic, which is always so dumb. It's like, according to this guy, he wrote about this thing back in 1972, blah 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 blah. Like, ugh. Right, you gotta do it to prove that you're right, and then you're like digging into other people's theses, trying to pull out like that one sentence that you need, so that way you can add it to the citation page. My favorite thing about theses is when the person that you're doing the thesis for wants you to have like a certain amount of like citations. But not again, unless I have to go do my doctorate, which I'm not, because the only way you're gonna get me to do that is if somebody else pays for it, and nobody's paying for doctorates. Let's see. I've only ever counted writing projects if I added in other things. I've done Millwordy at least once, if not more than that. I'm wordy. Aw. I mean, you could do that. I know that's what Kate Kavanaugh did. She counted everything that she did. Emails, blog posts, all that stuff. But on that note, I'm going to go ahead and redirect myself, because we're about to start another sprint at the end of this timer. So the second question for you guys is going to be, we all have one thing about editing that pushes us away. What is your pain point with editing, or your friction point, as individuals like to call it? My friction point, I think for me, is actually just having to see how much I fucked up. Right? Like looking at things going like, what was I thinking when I wrote this? Right? Like, and that's always kind of like wears on you after a little bit. So that's my friction point. And I've just kind of learned to just like bulldoze through it and just edit it better. So that's what I've been doing. Oh yeah, you hated that in your lit class too? Oh man, professors, and they're kind of like, you need at least 50 citations. Like, no, I don't. I don't need to read 50 essays. Go away. But on that note, let's go ahead and do our next sprint for 20 minutes. And when we're done, we'll share our progress, come back, and I will talk to you guys in 20. That's my best. entire 20 minutes of chapter 3. It definitely needed some love. But I am starting on chapter 24 right now, so at least I will be on par with where I need to go or where I need to be. So, and if you have not answered the second question of what is the thing that is your friction point and pushes you away from editing, please feel free to go ahead and share that. We all I was gonna say something kind of motivational about how we all like suffer together, but it left me. It's gone. Sorry, guys. Sorry. No motivational thing for me today. Let's take a look. Oh, we got some answers here. Avery says, knowing I'll have to publish after all the edits are complete. Oh, that's fine though. It's all good. Once you do it a couple of times, it doesn't even bother you anymore. Green Ruled says, killing my darlings. Oh, I get you. There's some good darlings though, but sometimes only the strongest can survive. Andrew says the hardest part is realizing that I need to completely rewrite something in order to properly implement changes. I also understand. I don't know if I told you guys this story. So my first book that I wrote, Queen of Swords in Silence. Hold on, let me see. Is it okay? Let's take that down. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's like over there. It's got like the gold font and stuff like that with the lady holding the sword. So that's my first book. Okay, so I did all that to show you the book. So when I drafted that first book and I sent it to the developmental editor, she sent it back and basically said the entire second half doesn't work. And she listed logically all the reasons why it didn't work. So what I ended up doing was I cut 60,000 words out of my manuscript and started over. It was terrible. I hate doing it. And then I kept thinking, like, maybe I'll hold on to this and use it for later for something. I've never been able to use it for a couple of reasons. One, it doesn't fit anything that I've got. And two, the location that I had actually used in the story got bulldozed. Like, they went over and, like, completely destroyed it. So I was like, oh, maybe I can't use it. Well, that sucks. Ugh. But anyway, no, I completely understand having to completely rewrite something for it to make sense. I feel you. I really do. Mystic Kate says, pain point is having to insert a whole scene / chapters, creating the dreaded domino effect. Oh, it's okay though. It's making your world. We love your words. Let's see. Hail the Lore says, for me, it's realizing I either forgot letters in a word or if the dialogue isn't written well. But we got editing for that. It's okay. It's fine. It's good. It's good. I also suffer from that, so I understand. Green Rule says finding out the timeline is wrong. Oh no. Oh no. Cat Paw says that my brain runs at 200 miles per hour and I can't keep up. So sometimes I change how I want to write a sentence halfway through, and that's a lot to find and make cohesive. Oh no. Royce was here and he was thanking me for everything that I did, which is a great time to plug in my GoFundMe movement. I don't know if you guys are aware. I'm trying to make Royce buy a goat for his wife. I even have a Twitter account set up at this point to help troll him. So if you guys are not on Twitter and you do not follow me either on the @GoatFundMe or follow me on Faye Black Rights, please do, and please help me troll this man into getting his wife a goat. She really needs it. It's just gonna make her whole life complete. They'll realize it the moment they have it. Anyway, but yes, I totally bought this, by the way, to troll him with. I don't know if you guys knew that. My troll game is serious. I'm not screwing around. Let's see. Jess is here. Hello, Jess. Thank you so much for joining us. We have 2 sprints left. It's great to have you here. And then James says, editing. Your fiction point is just the editing. I love it. Kane says you're late. You're not late. You arrive exactly when you mean to. You are now a wizard. Well done. Let's see. And then Kane says his friction point with editing is untangling the mess of story knots. Oh, no. Oh, okay. I had to think about that. I was like, what are you talking about, though? But now I know what you're talking about. It's just... And I guess maybe this is why I like spreadsheets so much, because that kind of stuff I can kind of put into columns and look at it and then see if it makes cohesive sense or... Hold on. Or in some cases, if you guys have got like cue cards like I do, I'm a plotter, by the way. I don't know if you guys realize that. But I'll have like these out, and if some stuff doesn't make sense, I'll flip it all over and start like doing little squigglies and stuff on it until it does make sense. So, what did I did the other day where I had to like, I think I was taking actually a look at Sparks Flying, which is going to be the NaNoWriMo project, and I was there were like some things in there that like kind of went out of order, so I'm gonna have to go back and fix it. So looking forward to that, but it's gotta get done. But I'm still here, he said. Okay, cool. We need the goat. Get the goat. Okay, when are you gonna get the goat? This will not end until you get a goat, and then it won't end until you get 3 goats, because you need exactly 3 billy goat gruffs to get rid of me. Let's see. Sky says, feeling like draft 3 reads like the first draft. This may be when I stand at the moment with the project I'm rewriting for Nano. Oh. Let's see. Let's see. Hail the Lord. Carrow's troll game is more effective than any hater could possibly comment. I think I just saw your writing partner behind you. Oh, who showed up? Which one? Babies! See if I can get you guys some dog screen time. Who's coming? Who's gonna come in? Oh, it's a kitty. Hello, kitty. Come here. People want to see you. Okay, I know you guys don't really come here for me. You come here for the dog, so I'll just bring it to the dog. Here we go, puppy. There we go. Here we go. We got one. Are you a lumberjack? I'm gonna be a construction worker. Yeah. All right, there you go. My dog. That's my other dog. You wanna come over, Ranger? Get some screen time. Say hello. This is my boy Ranger. Best boy Ranger. There he is. Always you're a good boy. Thank you. Give me kisses. All right, thank you. They're such good dogs. I'm very lucky to have them. And one wants to take a nap, and the other one's taking a nap in the other room. Oh, did I miss it? I'll try and see if I can bring them on more for you when I can. Sometimes they just can't stand my nonsense and they leave the room. I can't blame them. So. Oh, puppy love. All right, so we're getting close to the next sprint. So let me go ahead and, of course, I didn't change my badge. I was almost on top of my stream game, guys. I was almost like just 5% off. It's okay. But let's go ahead and pull up the next one. I have to understand my own question here. That's always fun. So define the one thing you like about editing. So we just basically listed off like reasons we don't edit, right? So what's the one thing that you do like about editing? For me, I'm just doing it as the example, is that it gives me a chance to kind of like analyze things and maybe add a little bit more to it. Not in the sense of making words for the sake of word count, but kind of trying to find ways to like maybe enrich a sentence or make it more enticing. That's the verbiage I would like to use. Because the one thing that I really would like to do, and Maya Angelou said it so well when she's like, easy reading's damn hard writing, right? So I always want to make the best reading experience that I can. So when I go in and I'm doing all this editing, I really do want it to be a fun reading experience in some shape or form. So that is the one thing that I like about editing, is it gives me a chance to go and do that. So that's great. That's great. My crutch word for the day, if you guys have not noticed, is so. I took this public speaking class like you do in college, and one of the things that they do is they critique like what your crutch phrases are, and obviously mine is so. And like you do. And what's the other one? I replaced a bunch of like my smaller crutch words with crutch phrases, but I like put in like SAT words to make them sound smarter so people couldn't call it out for what it is. I mean, they could if they really wanted to. It really depends. Okay, so we are on our 3rd sprint, by the way, guys. This is the 3rd sprint. So after this, we'll have one more sprint, and then we'll be done for the day. It's going to be glorious. What else? I was going to tell you guys something. I've already said that I was going to do Power Hour again in November for NaNoWriMo. So that's basically where I stream for 1 hour a day. And we all come in, we all collect together, and we write together. The big difference from the last time I did it is I did it at 4 my time. So I've actually pushed this back to 7 because I know not everybody's off work at that time, or is off work at 4. So I'm hoping that by having it at 7, it will be easier for more folks to join. And if not, that's cool. I'm still going to write. I would love for you to come and join me during that time frame. And it's going to be 2 sprints of 20 minutes. So we'll write as fast as we can for 20 and chat for 10 and write for 20 and go about our day. It'll be great. So I will do another more official announcement about that later. But since you guys are here, I wanted to let you know. So there you go. And on that note, we are going to go ahead and start our 3rd sprint. We are going to write, return, share, and move on. So I will talk to you guys in 20. appreciate you guys navigated and all that. I managed to 90% of the technical chapter 25 and moved on to chapter 26, which puts me definitely ahead of schedule. So in this next sprint, I will finish 26 and then I will be done. Well done for today. I should say it that way. There's still I have 30 chapters in this book, so I got plenty of stuff to fill in on, so that's always exciting. Oh, some people join. Hello. Hello, welcome. Wagner. I've seen you before, I just haven't seen you on the channel. I'm sitting here trying to make sure I'm saying your name correct. Hello, welcome. Thank you for joining. I really appreciate you being here. Let's see. Mr. K has an answer for the question. Let's see. Rediscovering favorite scenes that I forgot about. Scenes that are the reason for the story in the first place and make me excited to edit and revise going forward. Oh yeah, that's always good. And then for those of you, we're basically answering this question right here, which is to find the one thing that you like about editing. And I'm referring to book editing, but if you would like to refer to video editing, you can do that too. The Ultimate Kahuna is here. Hello, Ultimate Kahuna. I still need to do that today. Well, you are in luck, sir. I have one more sprint. If you would like to get in some words, you are welcome to do it with me. Let's see. And then you said you were double dipping, so I'll skip that for you. So Kane said, yes, I also realized that my answer implies I'm a masochist. Did I miss your answer? Oh, I did. I missed like 2 answers. How'd y'all let me do that? Kane said, untangling the mess of story knots. I'll add in a character development. Oh, so you make it worse. I understand. Hail the Lore says, editing lets you see where you are lacking as a writer because we all have a pattern of things we don't really get right. So editing spotlights those crutches. Yes, in fact, one of my crutches I'm learning in this manuscript is I'm very fond of using the word really for some reason. Oh. So, let me see. Scrolling down, Catbot says, learning new things, working with the editor, finding passages you forgot you wrote, and then when the words fall together just right. Oh, that is a good feeling, though. Sky says, shaping the book into something I wouldn't mind reading over and over again. I am my first audience. Oh, that's a good way to say that. Stopping by to say hello from Gilded. I appreciate that, y'all. Thank you so much. If you guys could also hit that like button if you haven't already, that would be great. Maybe YouTube might decide that I'm worth sharing. I don't know. The Chill Kid has been kind enough to pass by, so I appreciate it. Something about reading your book backwards. Would you even... Nope, the dyslexia won't let me decode that. Thank you. Thank you for making my brain like that. I appreciate it. Oh, man. Let's see. So Sky says, finish the tracker, back home, and clothes in the dryer, back to video scripting. Oh, I hope that goes good for you. Mr. Brown is here. Hello, Mr. Brown. Thank you for coming and stopping by. I appreciate that. Okay, now I'm coming back to trying to figure this out. How do you do this to me? Pop music. Oh my goodness. Would you ever consider authoring your book backwards? No. No, in fact, I wouldn't. I spent way too long trying to understand your question. I deserve that for trolling Royce as much as I do about the goat. By the way, don't forget to join the GoatFundMe movement to troll Royce into getting his wife a goat. Alright. I have to do that at least twice in my stream. Oh, man. Just think, the last person I trolled this intensively was actually Tamara about sparks flying. So it's been a while. Butthead. Look at you. Look at you. Oh my goodness. I can't with you. Alright, let me see here. You're trying to get him to buy a... Oh, good luck with that. Oh, man. Do we have any other answers? Because if not, I'll probably just start this last sprint. We can chill for a little bit at the end. Let me know. Let me know. Avery says the editing is a sort of proofreading, so that's double checked. That's a double checked. Yes. Let me know, guys. Do you guys want to start this last sprint now and then talk at the end, or do you want to wait like the 4 minutes? Let me know. I'll wait a couple seconds. Pop my knuckles. Ooh. What is this notification? Is my boss streaming? I bet you anything he's streaming right now. Yep, there he is. He's streaming. Oh my goodness. Oh, I heart him. I really do. Get back to work. Okay. Okay, that's when to get back to work. Next question. Okay, then we'll go ahead and do that then. So the last question I'll ask you guys is, how do you track your editing process? So do you have it like written down? Do you write notes in a Word document? Like in what way do you track like your editing process and how you're going through everything? For me, I actually have a spreadsheet. I know you're all surprised. I have a spreadsheet of a list of things that need to get done. As soon as I get done with them, I just mark it as done. So the reason I have a spreadsheet is because some of these things are like really like developmental edit things, and other things are like the line edit stage of like, clarifying sentence structure and stuff like that. So on that note, we're going to go ahead and do the last one. Let's see. Skip. All right, cool. No, pause it. Oh my goodness, this timer is so sassy with me. So, last sprint, last 20 minutes. It's going to be the best 20 minutes of this particular stream. We're going to do as much as we can to finish the thing that we need to get done today, and then we're going to go off in a merry way and live a glorious Sunday. So, I'll go ahead and start this sprint in 3, 2, 1, and I'll talk to you guys in 20. Okay, that's very good. I'll, like, finished editing that last chapter, and then I decided that I was gonna work on this imagery formatting, and it's going. I'll probably still be doing it while I go and mod my boss's stream here in a little bit, so that's exciting. But while you guys are sharing your progress, let me go ahead and find these answers to the last question that we had, which was, how do you track your editing process? If you missed my answer, I said with a spreadsheet, which is a surprise to no one. So King says, with an editor, after finishing the work, I need another set of eyes because everything I write is gold, right? Let's see. And then Wrangler says, my writing process so far is to stumble through it again and again until it's right, and this seems to be seconded by several people. Sky says, I'm still testing ways, but currently I take note of my starting word count and calculate up and down based on, based on how much I'm adding and removing or pages if reading a printed manuscript. Okay, that's not a bad way to do it. After editing, I usually go over it once or twice and have a small panic attack while questioning everything I wrote, calm down and realize I did it right and breathe. Let's see, Chill Kid said, editing, I like to find all the things that stacked up in my mind that I know I'll come back to. Editing allows me to release all those things. Otherwise, I walk around feeling like garbage. Oh, well, don't feel like garbage. We don't like that. Let's see. Misty Kate says, still working out a process right now. I just make a bullet list for each chapter. That is also acceptable. All these things are acceptable. They are all fine ways to edit your work. Good job. Software says, lurking today, writing code and doing chores. Good to see you. Good to see you as well. I am also sorry I could not stream last week, guys. I was not feeling my best. I had to lay down. Let's see. And then the answer is, I use WordPress, my book table, and my book progress to track my research edits and such. Oh, okay. I didn't know that you could do that with WordPress. Now I have learned a new thing. I will find out more. Avery says it's saved through automatic backup, so that's easy peasy for me. It's handy. Okay, so that brings us to the end of the stream. Thank you guys so much for coming. I really did appreciate spending these 2 hours with you. I hope that you had a good time spending them with me. If you guys did not know, I have books that you could buy if you really wanted to. If you want to buy some of the urban fantasy stuff, that's going to be under Carrow Brown. All my romance is under Faye Black if you are looking for people who fall in love and stay in love. So that's always out there. I've got a blog where I put all my majority of my writing advice at this point. And this Friday, I'm actually going to be on a Drink with Crazy stream. He's going to do an interview with me, but I have a plot twist for him. What is that plot twist? Well, you would have to go to find out. It's going to be good, though. I think he's going to like it a lot. Let's see, do I have anything else to do? No, not right at this moment. So anyway, thank you guys so much for coming. I had a great time getting all this stuff done with you. And now I'm going to go watch my boss stream. So I will talk to you guys next week. So I'm going to hit the end button. I'm going to